So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. And welcome everybody, it's Dan. Hope you're well today. So welcome to the Sales and Marketing Show, or even the Marketing and Sales Show, as it says at the top of the banner, which I often forget. I don't know why we went for marketing and sales. Who cares, quite frankly? Anyway, I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday afternoon. It's a late one. We've been very, very busy, just taking on a new web designer manager, which is really awesome, by the way. And we got some tasks already for them, 2 websites that they need to get cracking with. So that's really cool. And just bringing on somebody else. Before it used to be me and Graham to some extent. And now we have a web design manager, which means I don't have to do it anymore, which probably means that the results for our clients will be much, much better as well, which is always a good thing. But in this session today, I want to talk about moving your business online, and 4 reasons really why you should be moving your business online. And some of these will be really obvious. Some of them will be less obvious. And some of them you'll be like, oh my gosh, I so need to be doing this. And you just haven't got round to it. For whatever reason, you just haven't got round to it. And I understand that. Loads of stuff I need to get round to doing. Tax returns, I've done those. Loads of stuff, right? And so hopefully this will serve as a reminder for you. But first up, one of the biggest reasons for moving stuff online is to lower your costs. You know, we have an office in Leeds. Nobody ever comes to it. We never have meetings in that office. Never, ever, ever have meetings in that office. The only time we actually have a meeting is online using Google Meet or Zoom. Or if you're really old school, we might go to Skype, but we try and avoid Skype like the plague. But we just, you know, everyone's so used to just jumping online. Let's have a quick call. You don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to park up anywhere. You don't have to pay for petrol or parking. It doesn't take you 25 minutes to find a car parking spot and then meet up for a coffee, and then that costs yet more money and so on. So it really does lower your costs if you can move a lot of your business online. And for us, really, it's been meetings and moving meetings online. That's worked very well. But also other things like frequently asked questions, where someone asks a question, can you jump on a call? I want to explain, I don't know, whatever it is that they want. And you go, oh no, I can just, here's the link, right? And you can drive them to the link. Now, sometimes that's good and sometimes that's worse. And one of the reasons why that might actually be worse is because you might want to get them on a call because you want to diagnose them and find out what is the problem that they're trying to solve, and what's the best way of solving it for them. And then now you're suddenly into a sales call. So sometimes you don't need to get people onto a frequently asked question or point them to your website. Sometimes you might want to actually get on a call with them, but that's then down to your choice, isn't it? If they want to actually jump on a call, then they can go, how about we just jump on a call? Or you might say, hey, let's jump on a call. We'll cover that off. And they go, no, have you got a link to it? Yes. Now they're back on the website. Now they get the answer answered because you're transparent and upfront about how you operate or whatever the query to their question was, the answer to their question. And now they're like, well, that's brilliant. I didn't know they had all these resources. I'm going to book a call with them. So moving all your stuff online just makes such good sense. Product information, how-to guides, videos on how to use the product the best way. You know, we've got this massive website called, you may have heard of it, it's called YouTube. It shows you how to do stuff on video. Amazing, right? So moving all your stuff online definitely can lower your costs if done correctly. Now, I'm not one of those who thinks that you should just move everything online for the sake of moving everything online. I believe that a human touch is vastly more important than moving things online. And actually, it's one of the big mistakes people make in sales is they're trying to automate and move online this sales process. And I don't really think that that's a good thing for you. I think that what you want to be doing on a sales process is getting on a phone call, getting in front of people, having a curry, having a pint, going for a coffee, having a business meeting in a place. It could be a meeting room or an office or Slug and Lettuce or wherever it happens to be. I love that idea of going out and being face to face with people because I don't think you can automate the sales process, and often you shouldn't be automating the sales process. And then the next reason for moving your business online is just having a much larger reach. So obviously we live in Spain. We're 1,000 miles away from anybody in England, I should say. Not anybody, we've got next door neighbours, but we're 1,000 miles away from businesses in the UK. And so for me to go out and speak to as many people as possible, that's actually quite challenging, needless to say. But what can I do instead? Well, I can go online like we're doing right now, and this will go out onto our podcast show. It will get split up into smaller, shorter videos. And so our reach, our ability to speak to more people is massively bigger than me going to a networking event where maybe maximum is 50 people. Well, out of those 50 people at a networking event, how many people are you going to really speak to? Like properly? 3 or 4? You might make another 6 to 10 connections, and that's it. It's gone. Woof. Bish, bosh, bish. It's gone, right? Whereas doing stuff like this and going and live streaming, now you've got this opportunity to really get in front of your target audience. People who've never heard you speak before. People who will come across you accidentally on a YouTube short or a Instagram reel or a Facebook story or even on Twitter and LinkedIn. They're going to see it. And we have this, by the way. The more we go live stream, the more calls we get, right? And the reason for that is we have a much better reach, which means we're able to reach people we weren't able to get in front of before. Works really, really well. And in terms of getting in front of getting past gatekeepers, receptionists and that kind of thing, we don't have to worry about that because the people we want to speak to, they're watching our stuff anyway. So we actually bypass the gatekeepers. And so that's one of the reasons why you see us all the time and we're out there all the time, is because we want to get in front of as many people as we can. And then better tracking. And what this means is, for example, if we want to run some Google pay-per-click ads for website design Manchester, right? And we can get to the top of Google just running Google pay-per-click. So anybody looking for website designers in Manchester, we can easily get to the top and generate some leads doing it that way. Right, so we have much better tracking, and then we can see what keywords work really well. We can see which keywords convert. We can run Facebook ads, we can run LinkedIn ads and Twitter adverts. We can also run a piece of content, and we can see how many views that gets. And for example, we did a piece of content which was about rent increases, and it got like 3,000 views, right? And that was really interesting for me because that's tenants who are kind of struggling with rent prices going so high right now. We might run a different one on SEO and a different one on website design and a different on how to get more engagement on your content, for example. And that right there will tell us which of those pieces of content were the most popular. And so it's like, well, we just need to do more of the more popular ones, right? But also not to get lost in just doing things that are popular that don't actually close any business. That's really important as well. But through tracking, we can see on our website, where do people come from? How many people came from Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter? How many people found us on Google SEO? And out of the Google pay-per-click, which were the top keywords that actually we need to rank for from a search engine optimization point of view? All that information is there. Really, really important. And if you're not using that, you really are missing a trick. And then fourth and final then, in terms of moving your business online, is just customer convenience. Your customer also doesn't want to drive 25 minutes and spend 25 minutes looking for car parking space and having to buy a coffee and a car parking ticket and come back 5 minutes late to have been ticketed with a car parking fine. They don't want all of that stuff. If they can just jump on a call with you right now in the next 5 minutes or tomorrow for 10 minutes, because we've got a gap in between meetings, that's awesome. Don't have to drive anywhere. It doesn't take an hour. Hey, Dan, can I jump on a call? I've got this thing. I just want to check it out with you. Perfect. Here's my link. Schedule it. Off we go. So much easier for your customers and for our customers as well. And then our customers who are up and down the country in the UK, from Scotland right down to London and Reading and all, Brighton, for example. Like, Dan, I just want to jump on a call. Can we spend an hour, actually? I've got this thing and I need to just break it down and run through it. Yeah, we don't need to drive 3 hours to get to Brighton. God, if only it was 3 hours, right? 4 or 5 hours to get to Brighton. We don't have to do that. It's like, let's jump on a call. We're always jumping on a call with clients and new customers and potential new customers. So much easier for the customer. And I think some businesses forget why you're actually here, and you're here to help the customer, right? I think some people kind of forget that. And And that's not what it's about. It's about making it as easy as possible for your customers to conduct business. So I hope that's useful for you. Quick 10-minute podcast there. And I just wanted to share that today. I hope you have a wicked week, and we'll speak to you on the next one. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.